like our elders, man. Just look back, man. We threw barbecues. People came together. All that ended with crack. All of that ended with crack, and it led to everything else. It led to like they say, coke crack is a gate. But we, the baby, they never talk about the fucking babies, though. Where our parents was doing crack. You know what I'm saying? Our aunties was white thing. Our uncles was doing crack. Nigga, some of us was introduced to crack as young. You know what I'm saying? Young, we the babies, we sat around. You know how they talk about how it destroyed the communities? Well, we the fucking kids in the household that watched our communities get destroyed, nigga. I seen what drugs did to my uncle, man. It's deeper, that's what I'm saying. That not give a fuck mentality, it starts with us because we was the babies, man. They don't talk about the babies, you know what I'm saying? They don't think about that. They talk about how it affected our community. But they don't think about the babies that watched it. We watched it. You know what I'm saying? We watched it. We was the kids running around with no shoes on while Aunt passing out off the crack. While niggas running in the house, pistol whipping your auntie, pistol whipping your mama over this crack that your cousin, because he owe a nigga half a brick. Because he ain't moving right in the streets. Because in the 80s, drug dealers would come kill your family. It was different. You know what I'm saying? It was different than it was real. They made a lot of money in them 80s. But it was much more organized. The 80s and 90s was much more organized, so it was much more more treacherous because of the organization. Now it's like every wild, wild west, every man for himself. But it wasn't like that when it was organization. So for the kids that was in them households, right, we the babies. You feel me? We saw this shit. So we ain't all the way right anyway. We wasn't never supposed to have been exposed to that young, you feel me? See what I'm saying? Like, although I use the chaos energy now to attack the oppressors because I'm aware who the oppressor was, before I remember who the oppressor was, I was using all this chaos to attack my own people because of what I seen at a young age. You know what I'm saying? What I was exposed to at a young age. And I'm not the only one. You see what I'm saying? It's billions of us. PTSD, that shit real. We supposed to get healing for that. We never got that. We just grew up and then they wonder why we started rebelling. And then we wasn't all the way right. Then we started having kids young. And here come y'all. 90s babies, 2K babies. You know what I'm saying? Most of your 2K babies, y'all mamas was having y'all 13, 14, 15. You got motherfuckers right now. Your mom only 15 years older than you, boy. 14, 13 years older than you, boy. Your uncle 3 years older than you. What you talking about? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because of the shit that happened with the 80s babies and how it affected us. It fucked us up, so we grew up not fully what we supposed to be to even be parenting on the level. So y'all wouldn't end up where y'all at. Because our kids is like 13, 11, the teenagers. Some of the 80s babies' kids is grown. Because we had kids young. That's what I'm trying to say. We was kids having kids. It wasn't like that before us. It was a time in the 70s and 60s you would wait. You would get married. You would do it the correct way. Wasn't no STD. Wasn't none of that. We grew up fucking. Because we was fucked up. Sex was promoted to us. R. Kelly was promoted to our generation. We the babies that soaked in them songs. All that shit that came out in the 90s. Usher. All of that shit. Go listen to the SWV. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly breathe. What we was singing that, it was targeted toward us. Like how they target the drill music now toward y'all. They targeted sex and gang banging to us. Every fucking song in the 90s. Come on, man. I remember all that shit, and I was way too young to be singing about that. Like I say, knocking good, loving, body, rocking. We were singing that shit at 6. We think about fucking at 6. Because they gotta sing this shit. We don't know what we singing. Feel me? That shit deep. You know what I'm saying? Now we 13, 14, having kids. You wonder why you never seen your daddy. Your mama only 30 right now. Boy, your mama 27, 26. Your mama 25 and up. Boy, especially 25, 30. And like, that's our era. That's all. That was young. She was fucking young. Your daddy ain't that. Some of y'all got daddies that older than y'all. You 29, your daddy only 29. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You 20, your daddy 32, your daddy 33. Your daddy 34, you 20, your daddy 35, and you still having kids at 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, it's not out the blue for one of our blue crystal babies to have a baby young because we cracked the door open. You know what I'm saying? We was that first base, and that's why that rebellion generation, because we, that PTSD from what crack did to the communities, we was the babies they never talk about. That America keep on the hush. But them same babies, we back to white child ass now because we still, with us rising and waking up, we able to teach our babies now younger. Tell y'all this shit. And all that chaos is in y'all. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing because y'all even more advanced. The blue crystal babies will take it and infuse it in the right way. That's why I love getting on here and communicating with y'all. The youth more than anything, more than, it's for everybody, but it's with the blue crystal babies, like, because I understand the effect. But I see the effect on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this shit. And I blame my generation for y'all. See, with us, nobody will take responsibility though. See, the generation before us was blaming us. You see what I'm saying? And we grew up like, why y'all blaming us? Y'all ain't raising us right. Y'all ain't telling us none of this shit. How you talking down? Why you ain't taking responsibility? So for my blue crystal babies, I take responsibility. All y'all asses, my kids, whether I ain't gotta be your blood daddy, but we not flesh anyway. We soul and spirit. You feel me? Well, I mean from that level. And I mean with all due respect to you. Not looking down on you because none of that like respecting you in your full essence of God, regardless of what age and number they put on you. That's not real time and age is real. Right? You know what I'm saying? We understand that even if it was, even if you want to go calendar, we are 8 years younger, so that don't make sense. And we still know the 8th day of the year. They never named it. Right? I've been teaching this principle for the last 2 years publicly. They never named the 8th day of the year. They named 7, niggas repeated it. You know? That's what we did, y'all. Meanwhile, but in Whoville, I can't do this. Hold on. I can't do this though. I like to show you all the time. I'm so simple. Time, age, like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. If I owe you $500, I can't be like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. 20, 40, 60, 80, like I already 500. You'll be like, what? You gonna square up with me? You gonna swing on me? You gonna stab me? You might even shoot me. Whatever happens, it ain't gonna be good for me. You gonna feel a way about that. So why we do that with age of time? You know, every time, y'all, it's a basic class lesson I got to teach to everybody. I know it's new individuals in here. Y'all already been in university in 9 times. Y'all already know, y'all heard before, but we got new people that gotta hear this, right? So age of time, all that shit ain't real. We don't wanna get lost in that. This means something. I did a lecture on this and what all these symbols and shit really mean. Everybody using that color because it plays on your heart chakra. This is even shaped like the heart chakra. You see it? It is green just like your heart chakra. That's a spell in itself that attaches you to it, and that's why you love it. That's why you love it. If you really, the people in the university know I taught this before. You think I'm gonna have to teach that lectures again because I gotta remember the university way bigger than it will. But listen, anything I tell y'all is divinely God to tell y'all. Right? I'm not gonna lie y'all about anything. So we can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do this with money. We can't do nothing else. So I don't hear shit about time, age. If we go up to Gregorian, let me enunciate it correctly. For the undercovers watching, it's going, yep, he's a radical. I'm not a radical. I'm just going America with 3 Ks, fear. Right? I'm a young, woke God that's not afraid to get violent about what was stolen from him, his people, nature, and his planet. Right? I'm completely against the race war, so don't let any human beings watching me. I am vulgar and direct though, but I'm like that with my own myself. But don't let any of my energy make you think I'm racist. I'm not that neither. You know what I'm saying? If you vibrate high, you're a human being. You can understand intellect. It's for you. You feel me? It's for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't get it, you can't get it. I'm not against you being gay. I'm not against you being gay. Let me ask some questions people want to know. Because y'all determined to motherfucking public figure around here. I'm just an intellect and a revolutionary. I never wanted to be famous or none of that shit. I just started teaching people, and motherfuckers took it in terms of the cocaine. You feel me? Now when I walk outside, niggas want to treat me like a rock star. I'm like, damn, I might as well. What the fuck? I talk about celebrities. You gonna turn a nigga into one? You know what I'm saying? We can agree up like we family, don't be trying to make me feel. But that's what happens when I go out. And I understand it, but I don't like it because I preach against that. Don't worship me, none of that shit. I'm not your God. None of that. I am a God that was sent back to help you remember that you are a God and a God is in a supreme motherfucking being. You feel me? Facts. That's what I came to do. I don't like facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give myself credit for fighting against the matrix to go within myself and be an example and inspiration to you for you to go within yourself. You're like, hey man, like my wife said, man, inspiration to people too. I don't look at it like that. I just be teaching. But hey, if I can go against the matrix and fight that, then anybody can do it, right? That's what I do represent. If I drop out of high school and I can do it, then you be like, damn shit, we don't need school. God dropped out of high school. You feel me? That's on university. This man's a high school dropout, and he's a very intelligent, well-weighted individual. Like he just right, because that shit don't mean nothing. It don't apply to no part of your greatness. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta run track for Nike to be great. You already a natural fast athlete. You ain't gotta shoot a jump shot for the Bulls for you to be. You know what I'm saying? But they make our people think that. So that's how you get them. They want to get you there. That's why they try to get you to sell out. If you don't want to sell out, they fuck with you. Ben Simmons, if you don't sell out right now, they're gonna fuck with him all season. I can see you that a mile away, and I ain't never talked to Ben Simmons and none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like facts. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our people, you know what I'm saying? That's how they when they get people in the leagues, then they clone them and they say that robot thing with a Mach 5. I told people about that. People didn't believe that, so I left them alone. You know what I'm saying? I told people about the Mach 5 better robots in sports. You feel me? In the difference, they'll have the real being coming out to the interviews and have the robot on the goddamn court. You feel me? You see the robot on the court or the robot on the field, and then the interview is really the real individual because they ran so tight knit and they do some foul things to our people when they lure them into Hollywood. That's a fact. Right? That's a fact. And our people only go because we feel like we got this talent, we great because we can't do it without them. Y'all get what I'm saying? That we get to feel like we can't do it without them, and then that's how niggas end up asshole naked somewhere tied up, doing all type of bondage rituals and sacrifices and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you're over there letting motherfucking the head exec of this corporation each asshole out, and now you gotta walk around and still parade to be this swole, strong motherfucker with these millions of followers. You feel me? With these hit records and all these movies and TV shows and all that, and you don't even feel good with yourself when you walk the camera because you're like, damn, if they only knew what I was doing behind the camera to attain this. You know what I'm saying? That's how they end up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, they fuck them up a lot and they break in like that. They don't be like that. It's either with the way the business work when they trying to get you at that level, you gotta sacrifice for them because they sacrifice until they follow God. These angels and shit, these fallen angels require sacrifices. Just like the Orishas require sacrifices. Your ancestors require sacrifices. If you want their help, you feel me? If you need their help, this is another level of metaphysics. They don't talk to us about. That's what they use it against us because they know this carbonated, neuromelanated beings. It's all technology right here. Like all we need is everything right here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Facts. They know that. So if they let you know about your ancient abilities and tapping into sources like that, you're going to outshine them in that. Like you doing everything else. Like you doing everything else. Like we do in everything else. So you know what I'm saying? They don't let you know that. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they do. This is what they do. It's a reason. See, people got into the spiritual. What's going on spiritually behind these blood sacrifices in the industry? You know what I'm saying? Why they really doing like that? People don't understand the depths of that. It's a because they have their gods, their fallen angels that require life force. When you're dealing with the spirit realm, that requires life force, energy, electricity. The blood flow is life force. It's like electricity in there. You know what I'm saying? And magnetism. You have magnesium that flows through the blood. That comes from the magnetism in you. You are the soul as a big ass glowing magnet. You feel me? This is why your words attract shit. This is why your thoughts attract. That's why you create with your words and thoughts. This is the science, the metaphysics behind it though. You see what I'm saying? They don't tell you that. So they can put out a book called The Law of and your ass and buy it, but still don't know how to apply it. You can buy it, but won't apply it. You see the hustle? They'll tell them a little truth and they'll buy it, but they'll never apply it. Because you can't if you don't understand what you are at the core. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they are able to do. That's why they do blood sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Why are we doing that with? That's why they be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're dealing with entities that need energy. When they drink blood, they drink the energy. The entities they're dealing with drinks blood. And it has to be negative blood. Like meaning that like if they go kill somebody, that's a negative sacrifice. Cause you just want to help. You made somebody transcend for no reason, right? If they got carbon in their skin, they can come back. You know that. It's a video game, so they just plug it back in. And they won't remember it. They'll transcend and they'll be like they're born all over again. All the parents. That's really how quick it go, right? So those who go back to the moon, or if they haven't finished their soul purpose, you're coming back automatically. Facts. It's a part of the alignment, right? So they understand that we don't understand that part anymore because it was they hid it from us. So they do the sacrifice. to call upon that energy. That energy they're trying to work with, that spirit's going to require energy to work with. This is basic magic. Right? This is basic magic, right? And magic is a very real thing. I telling you that. It's very real. That's why they use the colors they use. A lot of us, when we go to these restaurants, if the colors on the logos didn't have them colors. I spoke about this. I've been speaking about this since publicly for years now, but I'm just saying, all your main restaurants, they have low vibrational colors. But if you didn't know about the chakras and how it applies to you and your environment, you see what I'm saying? We didn't know that. We don't know that. So motherfucker just go and eat, thinking you eating because you hungry. No, you're under a spell. That is a spell right there. That's fucking with certain chakras. It's attracting you to that restaurant. You see that yellow golden arch and now you feel a little more hungrier than you normally would have. You see that orange burger with blue in the middle. You know what? These burgers might really be king today. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what they do. That's what they was doing. That's what they was doing, playing with the colors, that's all a form of magic. So when people say magic isn't real, that's because your silly ass isn't aware of the magic being applied on you. Smoothie. Your whole fucking, every shape around you is shaped like that strictly because of magic being applied to you. The doorknob, the fucking metal, the cloth, all magic being used against you. Smoothette. You see what I'm saying? But magic isn't real. Exactly. And as long as you think that, they're able to dominate your smoothie ass with your own shit. You see how that works? You see how that works? We steal their history from them, take their greatness from them, which they need that to be shown to them. We are visual creatures, naturally. Why do you think when they did show your ancestors using any form of writings, because we never really used them, but just think about it. When they show you the ancient Egyptians, they show you hieroglyphics. They show you pictures because the brain, while you're in the avatar, the brain, and because of your thalamus and your neocortex, right, as well as your pineal gland, these are important glands within your brain. Because of the way they are centered in you, right, you are able to receive the codes off images at a much higher rate if you see it than as opposed to somebody tell it to you. Okay, so when I say the codes off the images, I'm giving you the science behind this shit because that's what the fuck they are doing to you. But you don't see this code as images. You just see pictures, right? You just see pictures. You're not knowing that the whole reason they chose that color, them shapes, that font, down to the fucking font that's being used. Down to the font that they use. What? If only you knew Franklin, because y'all know some Franklin the Turtles in class right now. They just happen to be passing through the live. See what I'm saying? The numbers, somebody said 10. The numbers, all that's a form of magic. All of it. And once you learn that, you can start applying it to your goddamn self. Oh, well, let me use this color to attract this frequency. Let me use this to do this frequency. If I want to stay on this frequency, I'll stay in them colors or surrounded by them colors. I'm not going around no colors that's not on the frequency that I'm on. And for me to understand that, I got to understand what frequencies each color is on and remove it away from me. I can't say certain words. I don't say good M sometimes. I get around a lot of the guys and goddesses that I love, and then we get around each other. They be like, in the M, or I'll talk to you, and I'll be like, I damn near get frustrated like, bro, I know you didn't just use that word with me. It's like respect. God, Lee, you gotta respect it. Like, okay, if I'm around, I can't use the HATE word. I can't use the good M word. No, use them two words because them words are very, very powerful. And when I was using them words, I seen how my life was. When I removed them out my dictionary, out my vocabulary, out my addiction, right? Out my vocabulary,